the children we're bringing up are not us.
True.
At all.
Yes.
And so you have to find your own way of parenting your child, because your child is a separate, different individual, A, from you, B, from any other child, and
Thank
C,
you.
even from their siblings. They are all different. So you just have to accept that this is not the way you are brought up. You're going to parent very differently. And then now start finding out what your values for parenting your children are.
Hey, welcome back to my channel. The conversation is life at 16 for both the 16-year-old and the parent who's going through it, mother and father. Of course, I'm going to have a conversation with the dad. However, I want to go into the last line of the Sky Pledge, which I love. Even as Cookie was speaking and looking back to her being 16 5 years ago, I'm sure a part of you was going back to that time.
Yes, yes.
What do you know now for sure that you were right about? 3 things you know.
That I know for sure I was
You
right.
were right about.
Yeah. Wow, that's an interesting
Because when you
one.
look at her,
Yes.
you're like, I got it right.
Yes.
You know, because, you know, every day we wake up and, you know, we look at some, I mean, I don't know how many times you said, have you brushed your teeth? Somewhere between the age of 4 and 17.
Yes.
Yes, I am still on my 1,022,000th time.
Yes.
Yes.
So one thing I know I did right was allowing her to have friends over, even for sleepovers, allowing her to have friends around her. I grew up with a very strict mom who did not allow me that. So it's been good to watch her grow and get supported by the friends she's chosen. It's been good to see her make her mistakes and learn from them. So I'm glad I allowed her friends in.
Okay.
The second thing I'm glad about is it's a bit controversial, but it's about the use of alcohol. For me, I'm grateful that we are the ones who sort of initiated her into.
A lot of parents, by the way, do it.
Yes,
I mean,
yes.
I've been at lunch with different families over the last 3 months, and I've noticed that we sit down and the mom was always the first one to say, are you having wine with your meal?
Yes.
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 And her son is probably 15, 16.
Yes.
Because the truth is, so long as we act like it's and this is controversial, by the way, incidentally.
Very controversial.
It's very controversial.
Yes.
But you find that the parents who owned it are the same ones who have kids who are like 20-something and don't care
Yes.
for alcohol at all.
Yes.
Yes.
So that actually helped a lot, because what it then meant is that it wasn't this forbidden thing. It
Took the
wasn't this
wonder
thing
out
that,
of it.
yes,
you
the
take,
mystery.
the mystery,
You take the mystery out of it. The third thing that I'd say I think I did right was just allowing her to be herself, even when I didn't understand exactly what was going on. Like when she'd go through, like one specific one I'd give an example of is when she went through her goth phase.
Oh, the dark.
Yes, the dark.
Still there.
Yes, in the background. At least
It's
these
there
days she
in the
does some
background.
color.
I can see it there. At least today just...
mean,
No, but your eyes are black.
Yeah, so she's gone
You're
through,
in black.
yeah, so
I'm in
she's
red.
so she's gone through various phases
The hair is colorful.
of whatever it was, whether
Whatever
it
it
was
was.
fashion,
Yes.
whether it was religion, whatever the phase was.
Oh, sorry. Did she go through a place where she was spiritual and no longer Christian?
Well, let's just say yes. That is ongoing.
Oh, it's ongoing.
It's ongoing.
Oh, okay. Yes. Najua.
Where you're spiritual but not Christian.
You're not Christian.
Oh,
but you're
yeah. That's
spiritual.
Yes.
ongoing.
Yeah,
that's
that is ongoing.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
I'll go
Yeah.
pick it up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We know you.
Yeah,
Yes.
thank you.
And so I'm glad I allowed her, because it has meant that we have had less things to fight about.
Okay.
And when you have less things to fight about, then you get to really get to the core of things.
Yeah.
Because because there's no fight, there's no tension, there's no conflict interfering with really getting to the core of yourselves.
And she was
Yeah.
good at that, because she would even, like, if she found out a piece of information and it made her like mad, like boiling over and everything, she wouldn't address it for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yes. Actually, that's one of the
wouldn't
things.
even
You can
know.
sit with an issue for
I
that
didn't
long?
even know
It is
that
because-
there was an issue
Yes.
until the 3 weeks elapsed and
Yes.
she comes
Why
to
is
me
that?
with it.
So the reason for that, and now I'm talking to the moms, The reason for that is because if you confront them when it is still fresh, when you don't even know exactly how you feel about it yourself, you're going to lose your kids.
Okay.
But if you can sit with it for those 3 weeks, or however long it's going to take you,
yes.
Because 3 weeks was an example. It
didn't always take 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Yeah.
For
But
me,
you sit with it.
yes, you sit with it, you evaluate it, you get to the core of exactly how you feel about it. Once you get to the core of how you feel about it, then what happens is that when you bring it up with your child, you're not bringing it up out of anger. You know, you don't have any cloudy emotions around it. You are very clear about what you want to achieve by confronting the child.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
No. And actually, it's a good exercise
Yeah.
in everything you do. It's not
Yes.
even your kids.
Yes.
I'm the sort of person who,
Even
when I have to write a
relationships.
difficult email,
Yes.
I will leave it in drafts overnight.
Yes.
I don't hit send.
Yeah.
Because you open it and you texture the language again.
Yes.
You give it a minute. So I do. I
Yes.
take a minute.
Yes.
I take a minute.
You must take a
And
minute.
it's important
Yeah.
because your kids will do some very messed up stuff.
Yes.
And they won't tell you. And even when you find out, they will try and deny it. But because I know even me, I've had instances like that. Like I do say that I do go to my mom with everything. But there are
not
things, yeah,
everything.
obviously, yeah, because now I'm 21, there's a lot of stuff that has happened. So I won't go to her with everything. But if there's something and then she finds out, by the time she's bringing it to me, I need, even those 3 weeks having passed, even if I didn't know that I was supposed to be thinking about it, when she brings it up, like she says, you've removed all these, or you're angry, you're disappointed, all these things, and now it's just what happened? Why did you do it? Let's get to the core of it. And then it becomes very simple what the core of it is, even to the child, because the moment you even bring it up, they'll be like, okay.
However, looking back once
Yes.
again,
Yeah.
what do you know now that you wish you knew then? I heard
Yes.
you're 3,
Yes.
but now I, like every mother, and I'm sure there's a
Yes.
lot of moms listening,
Yes.
thinking, I need to borrow that.
Yeah.
Because, there is no handbook per se.
No,
we
there
muddle
isn't.
along.
Yes.
And our children are very different.
Yes.
Yes. So looking back when she's sitting here before you, let's speak frankly.
Yeah.
She's not in jail.
No.
She's not cuffed somewhere.
Yeah.
She's not dead.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
She's not. You still come together, one car, you both poke fun at me, and then you'll both live together and gossip about me for the rest of the day. You have a great relationship. But looking back, what do you know now that you're like, I wish I knew this then?
Yes.
Yes.
There's at least one thing, and I'd say the one thing I wish I knew was how to balance between being strict and being permissive. It's a very, very, very tricky balance. I feel like maybe there are some things that I was too permissive, and they have come back to sort of bite us in the butt. Yes. So I wish I'd known. I wish I had known where that balance.
The pendulum swings, huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I wish I'd known where that balance between being strict and being permissive was. Yeah, I didn't get that right.
Okay, all right. I will say this again, even as I thank you, and I have a feeling, there's going to be comments and questions, and then I'm going to have to call you back. Okay. But for me, getting Cookie and her mom is that even as I was writing my letter to my 16-year-old self, and then looking at all the comments that came, and the number of people who said, you'll be just fine. This is the other thing. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. You'll be just fine.
Yeah, that's something that I learned with all those 6-week stints of staying in the house.
Yes.
You're like that. All these parties I've missed, but you know something, it's easy. It's happened. It's happened. So now, even as an adult, the events that passed, like I was too broke to go. It's easy. Anyway, can we move on? Yeah,
Yes.
because that's where we've gotten to with it. That there will be things that you will miss. There will be disappointment is one of the things I know I have struggled with, and so there are times that we've had that conversation with my mom. If I'm disappointed, and we'll just walk through it slowly, and she's like, I get why you're disappointed, and you are allowed to feel like that, but for how long?
Also, yes.
Is it something you can change? Yes, okay, then change it. If it's not, then let's move with that, because you have to work with what you have.
And I know this is true for most teenagers. I know FOMO is real even in your 20s.
Oh yes.
But are there things that you look back at and you're like, oh my God, I gotta have it. And then now you look at it and you're like,
relationships. Yeah,
gotta have it.
dating. Yeah, like in high school, I was the person you come to with what's happening between you and your boyfriend, and I'd be the one to give advice. And then I think by the time I was even getting to 18, like I think between 18 and now, because I'm going on 22, and during this time, I've had 3 serious boyfriends, and I have friends who had more than 3 boyfriends. So the first relationship was about 5 months. Second one was like 3.
That's where my head shut down.
Yeah. That's actually what I meant to tell you.
You're like 3 serious boyfriends. I'm like, how serious are they?
No, but you see, that's the thing. The reason why I consider them as serious relationships is because you've gotten to know each other. We're on the same page, nini, and then they do something, and for most shorties, it's we'll grow together. Me, I'm like, I beg, can we move? Let's go, keep it rolling, because my mom had taught me anything less than a certain kind of whatever is just not it.
Okay.
And so that's why they were that short. Okay. So most people are like, oh, you have commitment issues. I was like, that could be part of it, but at the same time,
I don't think you should be having a commitment thing at 21.
I mean,
you should be committed to yourself.
Yeah, but you see, that's exactly the thing. So guys are like, you have commitment issues, and I'm like, even if I did, if I'm not comfortable in this situation, it's not going to change if I stay for another month or 3 or a year.
What I need to hear from you finally is, for somebody like myself, actually, our daughters are 9, 10, 11, okay? They're future SkyGirls, they're future cookies, they're future 16-year-olds. Yes. What would you like us to start working on today? 2 things.
The biggest one and the most important one is time.
Okay.
Create time for your children. It doesn't matter how busy you are. You can actually cut out everything probably except work and your child. Everything else becomes secondary. And the reason for that...
Preaching to this converted one.
Yes. So the reason for that is actually the fact that this relationship that you see between me and Cookie was not built when she was a teenager.
Of course not.
It was built when she was younger, when she would come to me with everything. So it continues into the teen years. So the first one is time. The second one, I'd say, is sort of be flexible. Accept that the African parents who brought us up, we are not them.
Okay.
You just have to accept that one. Because the children we're bringing up are not us.
True.
At all.
Yes.
And so you have to find your own way of parenting your child. Because your child is a separate, different individual, A, from you, B, from any other child, and C, even from their siblings. They are all different. So you just have to accept that this is not the way you are brought up. We're going to parent very differently. And then now start finding out what your values for parenting your children are. Okay. Yes.
I love that.
Thank you.
No, I really love that, especially when you talked about time. Yes. There's some people who honestly cannot understand the fact that I will blow you off. Why? Because I'm with my kids.
Yes.
And by the way, and then I'm at the wrong age. I'm in my mid-40s.
Yes.
Then I also don't care.
Yes.
Yes, that you've caught feelings.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm with my kids.
Yes.
Yes. And that's what it is.
Yeah, it's that simple.
And you can get on board.
Yeah.
Or I'll catch up with you when I do.
Yes.
Yes. I will.
Yeah.
And I'm unapologetic. I'm not a helicopter mom. I'm not, no. But being in their space and they in mine and me seeing who they are.
Yes.
I mean, like during COVID, have you seen some of our kids? All they've done is eat and grow. Sometimes my daughter walks past me, I'm like, oh dear Lord, whose child are you? Because she's grown.
Yes.
I'm so happy I didn't buy school uniform.
Yes.
Because it would have been useless.
Yeah.
But they have grown. And I'm one of those people who considers in very many ways COVID a blessing.
Yes.
I really, honestly have enjoyed not just my children, my home, restructuring my life.
Yes.
And the relationships that will survive COVID, because not all of them will.
Not all of them, yeah.
Yes, not all of them will.
Yes.
Not all of them will. So for me, the only thing I'll say is if you're a young lady, you can navigate this and you can stay true to you. Find your vibe, find your tribe. Your tribe is probably sitting on SkyGirls. For mums, specifically moms, there'll be questions, where are the dads? For moms of daughters, Trust,
Trust and value.
value.
Yes.
And respect apparently is a two-way street.
Yes.
It is a two-way
and
street.
communication,
Make the time.
That
Yes.
channel.
Make the time.
Yes.
And if you do, I think we should be fine. Thank you. Subscribe and come back. I think I will get this one so that we can unpack this relationship thing. I have a headache. I do. Yes, I do.